Eddie Hearn says there's a chance that Anthony Joshua could lose, and he's willing to take the Wilder gamble. Eddie Hearn, promoter for Anthony Joshua, says there's no question that he wants to make the deal for the unification clash with WBC heavyweight champion Deontay Wilder. Last Saturday night at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, Wilder scored a first-round demolition of mandatory challenger Dominic Breazeale, and Joshua's back on June 1st at MSG in New York City when he faces Andy Ruiz. Also, George Foreman believes this could be the biggest fight of all time, and they need to get it done. Two hands, let's go. That type of endorsement was music to the ears of Eddie Hearn. George Foreman actually said it's the biggest heavyweight fight of all time, Hearn told IFLTV. In terms of the revenue it produced, I think he's right. But when you start hearing people say things like that, it gives me a fucking hard on. We could be involved in that, and AJ wants this fight so bad. And while Hearn admits that the boxer could very well lose, he is very willing to take that risk. I want to gamble. That's what I do. And I want them to want to gamble. We all know it's a gamble for everybody, Hearn said. 1 minute AJ is a big favorite. Next minute Wilder knocks somebody out, and he's the big favorite. Excuse me. The whole point is, are you ready? Do you want to do it? This is a fight which has become not just the biggest fight in boxing, but one of the biggest fights of all time. I know there's a chance AJ could lose, but I want to gamble. We all want to gamble. I'm tired and done with the he said, she said. That's it for the article. Two hands. Let's go. Okay. What's up, fight fans? It's your man 3K the Boss, a.k.a. Mr. Two Hands Up. Pop, pop. You know what this is. And this is the Two Hands Up show. All right, so let's get right into it. Eddie Hearn, they try to emphasize on the article that Eddie Hearn says that, Anthony Joshua could potentially lose. Well, in any fight, anybody has a puncher's chance. So, there's a 50-50 chance for both fighters that they both can lose, considering that only one can come out on top. Now, is he saying that his fighter was going to lose? No. Is he saying that he doesn't have confidence in the fighter? No. So don't get that misunderstood with what is going on here. Basically, Eddie Hearn just wants the fight to happen. It is a big fight that needs to happen. It is like, the melting pot of every conversation. It's the only thing everybody can seem to talk about. We talk about it on various media outlets. Shit, I got to talk about this goddamn shit every day. And it is very intriguing. And, it's been going on for a long time, and it needs to stop laying in limbo. So basically, this is, and it can potentially be, considering the time of boxing we're in with the heavyweight division, this can be the biggest heavyweight fight of all time. And this could be the fight that magnifies to be just as big as your Ali Frazier, your Ali Foreman, Muhammad Ali, Mike Tyson, Holyfield, Lennox Lewis, Holyfield, etc., etc. So we do need to get it on, and we need to see what happens. We all know that Deontay Wilder does have that big right hand. Yeah, Wilder does have the big right hand. So we can't sit up here and try to act naive like the kid doesn't have the big right hand. And if we ever are lucky enough that we do get this fight, and if Deontay Wilder does knock him out, I would have to give him his props. So that would just slow down the bashing of him. Now, this is why Deontay Wilder is constantly bashed. Because he always talks about this guy's scared, this guy doesn't want to fight, he's going to do this, he's going to do that. He's just put his foot in his mouth on a numerous amount of topics. So, is anybody wishing on any fighter's downfall? We all got our picks here. So, of course, we're wishing on somebody's downfall on some level. But do we wish that they lose? Absolutely not. So, if he comes out on top, of course, I'll give him his respect, because like I said, I'm going to keep it unbiased on this channel, and we're going to kick that shit how we kick that shit. The right hand is uncanny, but are we going to get that right hand in a position to where it's in a top elite level fight with Anthony Joshua, and it is a fight that's heard around the world. It's going to magnify these guys as the two biggest stars that put on a fight of epic legendary proportions to where one of the greats had to get knocked out. Wilder, we can't consider him great yet. Anthony Joshua was on his way to becoming the greatest. But this fight can make both of you that if only you two are willing to make it. Now, we know Anthony Joshua isn't shying away from the opportunity, and he really wants it. He really wants to become undisputed, considering that he's holding a majority of the belts anyway. As fans, and as fans of fighters. We just want to see the best fight the best. Now, it's becoming to the point that this fight is being prolonged a little bit too much. Now, Anthony Joshua has been very vocal, and his team has been very vocal about how they want to make this happen, and hopefully we can come to some agreement and we can make this thing happen. Shelly Finkler's already been on record saying that the fights are actually going to happen, as he's already sat down and he spoke with John Skipper, and he's saying that potentially there's a big announcement coming up in the next couple of weeks. So let's sit back and hear what's going on. Now, so don't get it twisted. Eddie Hearn is very confident in Anthony Joshua, but when you're talking about a guy with a catastrophic right hand and you got another knockout artist like this guy, Anthony Joshua, anything is possible. So that's all I got for you guys today. As we always say before we close this joint out, man, it costs you nothing to pay a nigga no mind. This is your man 3K the Boss, a.k.a. Mr. Two Hands Up. Pop, pop. You know what this is. And this is the Two Hands Up Show. Respect.